It's just my toilet that I judge.
Guess what I was doing?
Recording.
That was my roommate, Ashton. He makes a point not to judge other people by their toilets. So, taking in the classic tradition of vlogging, I need to have somebody just like John Green who does not show up in any of my vlogs. So I'm going to use Ashton, and he's going to be called Bigfoot. Anyway, this is Ben Hillard vlog number 1A. This is not an official vlog, so it's probably going to be shorter. I hope. I've already been talking for a long time. I'm back from TMEA. That was actually about a week ago, Saturday. Yeah, it was a week ago. Wow. Last week. It was amazing. Did some pretty cool things. TMEA is hosted in San Antonio every year in the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center, which is large. Not to be outdone by its venue, TMEA brings its own share of a large, vast amount of people and stuff to buy and sell and things. Yeah. A lot. This particular booth sells batons that are basically as good as Ollivander's wands. And I bought one! You know that moment where Harry goes into Ollivander's shop, gets his wand, and then he's like, oh my gosh, and the lights are flaring, the sparks are flying. That's basically what happened when this came in the mail today. This is one of the many concerts that are hosted by the convention. This is me stalking prolific and very famous composer John Mackey. This is another concert hosted by the convention. I went to a lot of clinics. This one taught me how to breathe. Life was tough before TMEA. That's a flying cow. Yet another concert hosted by the convention. Me taking morbid pleasure in feeding chicken to pigeons. Actually, does that make them cannibals? This is a larger concert that was performing that week. Yeah, there were kind of a lot of concerts. For those of you that don't know, TMEA is where they do the Texas All-State Ensembles, including orchestra, choir, band, and jazz band. I got to see about 4 of those concerts, and it was absolutely incredible. But more than anything else, you only got to see one of the clinics that I went to. There were 2 clinics in particular that I really, really enjoyed. The first one had to do with improvisation. The most important thing that I learned from that had to do with listening to music intuitively. At the collegiate level, a really big part of what they teach you is how music works and the mechanics of it and these different techniques and how it all works. For about the past year and a half, I've let learning those mechanics get in the way of me actually enjoying the music. However, in contrast to all that, what our clinician was teaching us, it's more important to learn a song intuitively than it is to memorize things about it. Think about your favorite song. Did you actually work at memorizing it, or did you, from listening to it because you liked it, learn it over time? They both come up with the same product, except one, you enjoy learning it better than you would improvising. Memorizing and learning intuitively come up with the same product, but usually intuition makes you understand it better on a more heart level and on a head level. The second clinic I went to that I really enjoyed was actually conducting clinic put on by some of Baylor's conducting professors. They talked about the philosophy of conducting. A lot of it had to do with understanding the music, knowing what the intent of the music was, and being able to communicate that with the audience and especially with your ensemble. I have a very large passion for conducting, and so realizing all of this again was like breathing air after drowning almost. After attending those 2 clinics, I began to remember what it was like to actually just enjoy music and not feel like I had to justify technically why I liked it. Oh, okay, hold on. I'll be back in a go, guys. All in all, TMEA was an absolutely amazing experience, especially because it reminded me how to experience music here. I'm glad this happened at the beginning of the project because now I'm actually motivated to start writing a lot of music, which I have actually started doing. Currently, my composition teacher is having me work on a project that has 6 movements that focuses on 6 different elements of composition. This one is pre-compositional sketches for the one about rhythm. This makes me really excited. This is an 11 by 17 sheet of music, and it makes me very happy because it's giant and enormous and it's just fun. Anyway, this is the actual piece of music that I'm writing, and just having stuff tangibly written is encouraging. I actually bought this notebook that has music in it. This is for other sketches, and also it comes with a very special music ruler. Look at that, staff lines on a ruler. Thank you, random person who invented this. You're brilliant. Having something on paper that you can tangibly work on is definitely better than having nothing. It's a big step forward for me, and now the only thing I have to do is work consistently at it. So, to summarize my entire past week, TMEA got me motivated by showing me how to love and enjoy music just because it's cool. It also taught me the joy of experiencing music and sharing that with somebody else. That's the first step for me to actually start writing a lot of music, and it's already been a really good motivator to start me going. So that's this week. I will see you next week when I come back for vlog number 2. Have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. That's Bigfoot.
Can't I be the Loch Ness Monster?
He's gonna be Bigfoot. Unless you want to be Loch Ness Monster.
I don't care.
Maybe we'll have a vote. If you're watching this video, comment. We'll see if you want Loch Ness Monster or Bigfoot.